to route information from the search results page, simply check mark next to the person's name and click route. It will come up with a single page that will allow you to do a lot of different actions. The first thing that you want to do is decide if this routing is specific to an individual requisition. If so, then you want to select which requisition it's related to. The requisition connection will fill into the routing form, and it will allow you to also add it to the person's record. If you don't want to make the connection and officially assign the person to the requisition, then you want to make sure that this is not selected. It will default in saying that it was manually added, but if you don't want that to happen, then you want to make sure that there's nothing selected here. Otherwise, it will add the person to the requisition. You can route the person to the supervisor. Again, if you don't necessarily know who that is, this check mark is really handy. But if you want to route it to different people, then you would just simply select the different people that are going to be used in the routing process. Now you need to decide what else you want to do. You can add the person to the inbox view. This is kind of like their favorites view for all of the people that you're routing to. That's one option. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you don't email, then the people that you've selected in this drop-down list will have to log into the system in order to see that you've actually requested anything of them. Your other options are to send a separate email for each applicant, which is what we normally recommend because it gives the most amount of information in the email format. The last option is that you can send one email with all the applicants listed. So in this case, we selected 3 people. They'd get one email saying log back into the system. 3 people have been sent to you, and you need to go into the system and take action. This one, this separate email for each applicant, lets them take action within the email itself. If you send the information out, you need to decide if you want to allow the responses. Again, this is generally why you're sending out routing. So if you want to allow the responses back into the system, make sure that you check mark this. This gives them the ability to give you a response. You can email the responses back to the sender. This is basically just when this person select something, then make sure that I get a copy so that I know what's going on. And then this last one, responses update the status, you can only do if you pick one person. So it's not an actual option unless you're just selecting one person. As soon as you select more than one person, you can see the option goes away and it's grayed out and I can't actually select it. Last thing that you can do on this page is to type in a quick little message. You can say, I found these people on a search. Let me know what you think. Okay, by doing this, the information, as I have it set up right now, will add a routing record to the activity page on the routing tab. And when the person responds, so when these 2 people respond, then the response will be captured on the routing page. If I selected to have the person also connected to the requisition and I sent it to just one person, then I would be able to send it out, attach it to the position, and then also have the responses captured and updated on the requisition as well. So a couple of different options, and depending on what you pick, it's going to affect different screens inside the system. When you're done, just click Save, and the routings will be triggered out of the system.